Hey, what's up, everyone? This is The Drive-In, and you're listening to the go-to guy for the hour. It's Tuesday morning, yes, on TBS efm. Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, it's Tuesday, so the snow from yesterday is slowly melting away. So please be careful if you're out on the roads because, when the snow starts melting, it gets way more slippery and, we're going to get accidents and stuff like that. So for those of you driving, drive with, just care, be cautious. And for you guys walking, just be careful you don't, walk in front of a car because the weather's so funky outside. So just be careful, you guys. Alrighty? And we have a little bit of movie news for you guys. Disney is set to release The Little Mermaid on Blu-ray DVD, even though they have scrapped the plans to release the film in 3D. And this is only because the other films from Disney, like Finding Nemo and Monsters, Inc., have not done well in the 3D releases at the box office. But fans of The Little Mermaid and Disney's old classic animation style should be happy with this updated news. So now we're going to start off today's show with a request from Diamond. And it's for a song from the 1995 film Batman Forever. Here's Seal with Kiss from a Rose. Once again, that was Kiss from a Rose by Seal from the 1995 film Batman Forever. And right now, I want to welcome you guys back to the Drive-In. And for those of you who are curious on how to contact us, there are a few ways. You can call the studio at 02-778-1013. Send us a text at #1013 for a charge of $51 to your smartphones. Or simply send us an email at efmdrivein@gmail.com. Or you can just tweet us. Twitter is probably the best way right now. It's at EFM Drive-In. And if you have any requests at all, they have to be from a movie or a TV show. But feel free to contact us anytime. Give us a small little shout out from me, the writers, the producers, the guests on our shows. And just let us know what you feel about the program. Alrighty? With that said, it's now time for the scene of the day. Now, every now and then there's a movie that comes out and one specific quote from the movie becomes a huge part of pop culture lexicon. And, like Darth Vader saying, "I am your father." Or Jack Nicholson saying, "You can't handle the truth." A lot of people sometimes don't know about the films or where it comes from, but they do remember the quotes. And today's movie is no different. It starred Bruce Willis, and actually this is an actor that we don't hear about lately, but the child actor at the time, Haley Joel Osment, and it's the 1999 film, The Sixth Sense. And I can't tell you what the quote is because then I'll ruin what today's scene of the day is all about. So if you're a big Sixth Sense fan, let's check out the scene right now.
I want to tell you my secret now.
Whoa, that is freaky. I see dead people. Actually, I do sometimes. I'm just joking, y'all. And this film is pretty scary once you realize what it's about. And the boy can see dead people. Could you imagine that? If you're like 5 or 6 years old and no one believes you, because that's the age when people are like, oh, you have an imaginary friend, Alvin or Adam or Michelle. You make up names. But no, this kid literally saw dead people. So he probably talked to them. They freaked him out, but nobody believed him. Could you imagine how traumatic that would be as a child to see dead people, ghosts just walking around just like they're, just everyday humans living on Earth with us? That'd be some freaky stuff. And the line that the kid says does become very famous, and a lot of people not made fun of it, but there's a lot of parodies with the line in it. And if you saw the very first Scary Movie in 2000, which was the comedy spoof of all the scary movies that are out by that time, one of the Wayans brothers, the characters in the film, he said, "I see white people." That's just silly. You guys are just silly. That's, yes, comedy for you guys right there. I see white people. Anyways, we're going to listen to a song from the movie. It's a classic song by the Supremes, and here's Come See About Me from the Sixth Sense original soundtrack. That was the Supremes with Come See About Me from the Sixth Sense original soundtrack. Now, coming up on today's show, it is Tuesday, so that means Jason B will be joining me to talk about Korean films after intermission. So stick around for that. I know films didn't rhyme with all the other stuff, but I tried. I made an effort. Yes, don't judge me. Don't hate, participate, y'all. Anyways, we have another song request by Jade, and it's from a musical, and it's the musical The King and I. And this musical is about a British woman who moves to Thailand to be a personal tutor for the king. So here's Julie Andrews singing Getting to Know You. Once again, that was from The King and I musical, and that was Julie Andrews singing Getting to Know You. Yes. I didn't know she was going to sing it that way, but it's a great song still. Julie Andrews with Getting to Know You. Now we're going to go into the next song request, and the request is from Mariko. And it's from the 1998 film, You've Got Mail. Remember that? Do you remember where that's from? Yes. That's from America Online back then, which we all used on dial-up. Nowadays, we have fast Wi-Fi and LAN and stuff like that, but back in the day, the dial-up, it would be like... And you'd be like, what the heck is going on to my computer? I really thought my house was going to explode because I didn't know what all those sounds were, or I thought the FBI or CIA were tapping into my phone lines and all that stuff. I was a very creative, imaginary kid growing up, you know, with all that high-tech stuff going on. Anyways, back to the movie. This film starred Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And who wouldn't bank on these two after they saw the movie Sleepless in Seattle? So obviously this is their comeback as a couple movie, which I think it did great. I don't know overall how it did, but it was a great movie. And of course, if you love Sleep in Seattle, if you love Tom Hanks, and you love Meg Ryan, you should go see this movie as well. You've Got Mail. And the song is Dreams by the Cranberries and was requested by Mariko. So I'll be back after intermission with Jason B with K-Films. Check it out. Welcome back to the Drive-In, and right now it's time for K-Film Tuesday with Jason Beshaves. What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Are you fed up with snow as much as I am?
Yeah, I want the spring to come. Yesterday was a nightmare getting my car out.
Yes. Good thing for me is I didn't have to drive yesterday, so...
Well, that was very fortunate.
Yes, I was in the back seat just relaxing, but, you know, still in the back seat, you still worry because you know when you're not the driver, you get freaked out more because you can't control the car.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that's how I felt yesterday. But, you know, the snow is slowly melting, but even though the snow is melting, bad news for you guys throughout the week, it's going to be below, like, double digits this week.
Yeah,
I heard,
and also cold. I heard there's a snow forecast for this evening as well. So...
Why? The groundhog didn't see a shadow. Why?
I think that mild spell we had was the calm before the storm. Because we kind of thought, you know, the winter had gone and we were having kind of an early spring. And,
yes.
You know, it got very mild.
It was kind of mild last Wednesday, Thursday-ish.
Yeah, it felt like March. And then, bang, back to reality of the bitterly cold winter months we have here in Korea.
But you know what that means, though? With cold season coming around, people want to be indoors, which means the best thing to be indoors to do is watch movies.
Exactly.
And that's what we're here to talk about. And today, you brought a very good movie, actually.
Yeah, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I've heard great reviews about it.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. Well, for this week, I thought, given that Seonnal is coming up, you know, the big Korean Lunar New Year, I thought it would be good to talk about a movie that did well during the Lunar New Year period last year.
Okay.
Because it's a kind of a family movie. I guess it's not really for the kids, but it does attract the kind of the young and the older kind of generations. And so I thought I would pick this movie, and it's called Dancing Queen.
Okay. Dancing Queen.
Dancing
in America,
Queen.
We call it Dancing Queen.
Okay, Dancing Queen.
And in Korea, we call it Dancing Queen.
Yeah, that's right.
All different accents.
Dancing Queen.
Yes.
Yeah, so this movie was very popular last year, and it's directed by Lee Sok-hun, who made a couple of other films, Two Faces of My Girlfriend and See You After School, and it stars two big names, Hwang Jung-min and Jung-hwa.
Oh.
They actually play they kind of play themselves in the sense that their characters have exactly the same name. So Hwang Jung-min plays Jung-min, or Hwang Jung-min, and Jung-hwa plays Jung-hwa.
Oh.
So that's quite
I
interesting.
should see this movie.
You should. It's a
Nice.
really good fun movie, and it's got a bit of kind of singing and dancing there, so you should
Okay.
enjoy it.
Yes. And Jung-hwa Nuna, she's one of my favorite, I guess, senior
here we go.
musicians in the business.
Do you know her very well?
Of course, I'm in the music business. Of course, I want to know her. Definitely.
Well, next time you see her, tell her that I
You enjoyed
admire.
this movie.
Well, I enjoyed this movie, but I admire her as an actress enormously.
Okay. I'll let her know that.
I've been following her for years. I've seen most of her movies. She's in films like Bestseller, Hyundai, Insadong Scandal. She's also in Princess Aurora. Just it's a whole list of great films. And I've always liked her acting, and and she's a great singer too. So
great singer, great. So
she's an all-round talented person. Is what I
call her the Korean Madonna, because Madonna does the same thing. She sings, performs, and acts.
That's interesting, especially in this movie, because she has that kind of Madonna-esque kind of persona in it.
Okay, got to check it out.
Well, so basically, it's a movie. It follows Jeonghwa, also known as Sinchon's Madonna. There you go. Who's famous in her heyday as the talent of the town, and she's offered the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of becoming a singer, stroke dancer. But chasing her thrilling dream comes to an abrupt halt by her husband's shocking declaration. He's running for the mayor of Seoul. Ooh. So playing the wife of a political candidate and fulfilling the role of the leader of Dancing Queens marks the beginning of a thrilling and dynamic double life.
Ooh, double life.
Yeah, she's a kind of... Well, she has to be the wife to this Seoul mayor candidate, and also be a singer. But the thing is, if she becomes a singer, she's not the ideal wife to a political candidate.
It's kind of like my life. Yes, I have to be DJ/entertainer by day, and by night, I'm a dog-loving, boring guy who just sits on the sofa and plays with my dogs all day. I gotta attend to their needs. Dogs like children.
So you got a double life.
I'm like a father by night and entertainer by day.
Is it Clark Kent and Superman kind of double life?
Kinda. I don't think quite.
You don't go around saving people.
I don't go around saving people, and I don't rip off my shirt, and all of a sudden I have this tight leotard outfit thing going on. Yes, that'd be weird if I did that. If I ever come to work with tight leotards on, you can just yell at me.
I will do, don't you worry. But anyway, getting back to this movie. This movie made 4 million admissions.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a bit of a sleeper hit, really. It came out during, I think just before the Lunar New Year or Seonnal. And so it kind of benefited from the many cinema goers.
Okay.
Because Lunar New Year's are traditionally a good time for families to go to cinema, much like Chuseok, really. So I tend to go to the cinema with my in-laws during this time, and so do many other people. So it was a very, very successful film, 4 million admissions, and actually it began a trait of a number of kind of sleeper hits, or films that weren't expected to do well. So Unbowed, which was released at the same time, we spoke about on the show a few weeks ago. Also Architecture 101 as well. And so it started off a great year for Korean cinema last year.
Alrighty.
But this movie is a crowd pleaser. You'll watch it and you'll laugh. It's one of those films that you can't not like, really. So I strongly encourage you to check it out. It's available on DVD. So,
is it? Okay.
For those of you listening from abroad, you can get hold of the DVD or legal download. I stress legal download, not illegal download.
You're stressing to illegal
download?
Okay.
Legally download.
Jason B. I was like, we trying to break the law?
I never break the law.
Alrighty. With that said, right now we have a song from the original soundtrack. This is your favorite, not favorite, but one of your favorite actresses now, I guess. Jeonghwa and the Dancing Queens with Call My Name. Once again, that was Jeonghwa and Dancing Queens with Call My Name. That's a fun song.
It was.
Sounds similar to another song that we know.
It is a very fun song.
Yes.
It's very fun listening to it.
If you guys didn't know, Jason B was actually breakdancing while we're in the studio now.
Yeah, I was dancing away. Actually, when I saw the title of this movie, I thought, it might be kind of a Mamma Mia kind of movie, because obviously
the
dancing
ABBA
queen,
stuff, yeah.
But not at all. So yeah, the title is a little bit misleading for those of you who are fans of the ABBA songs or Mamma Mia. Anyway, moving now on to what's out this weekend.
Yes, so, what is out this weekend for Seollal weekend?
Are you going to go to cinema this weekend, Brian?
Hopefully I will, because it'll be my first off week, I think, in a long time. I've been having work every day, and it's like, I just need a day off. I want a day to my own. But I can't, because I have to be here for the listeners.
Yeah, you got to be here for the listeners.
But the weekend, I'm definitely going to go to the cinema.
So what are you going to see?
Actually, I gotta look at the list of movies that are out right now. So once I hear what you can tell me about.
I can give you a whole list.
Yeah. Oh, there's one I want to see that I heard a lot of people cried in. 7번 방의 선물?
Okay, yeah, that movie.
Yes, the Miracle in Cell
Number 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very popular. It's made already over 4 million missions, directed by Lee Wang-gyung, who directed a few films like Champ Lung Sugar. And it's been a very, very popular movie. Like I said, it stars Yoo Sung-young, who's, his profile has gone through the roof. He's been in a number of successful films, including Everything About My Wife and Arrow the Ultimate Weapon, or Hwal is also known as. There's also The Berlin File. I've spoken about that on this show, or Berlin in Korean. It stars Ha Jung-woo, Yoo Sung-bom, Jun Ji-yeon, and Han Seok-gyu.
Great cast.
Great cast, espionage thriller, directed by Yoo Sung-won. I've seen this film, and the action sequences are pretty fantastic, and it takes place in Berlin, so it's an incredible. In terms of the way the film's orchestrated, it's pretty spectacular. And given that it's the director and the crew have gone over to Europe to shoot this film, I think it's a big achievement. But it is a little bit, the plot is a little bit confusing. I would add that if you don't quite follow it, don't worry. A lot of people have said the same thing. There's also a film called Southbound.
This is coming out this week.
Yeah, this is coming out this week. Okay. And this movie is good.
Wait, you saw this already?
Yeah, I've seen it.
We talk about this every week, Jason. I say, why don't you invite me?
I will.
Do you go with your wife?
No. I don't go
that's
with my
messed
wife.
up. You don't go to your wife or me.
Well, no, because the thing is, the press screenings happen during the day, so it's difficult for her to come with
So
me.
you can't just call me the night before and say, Brian, tomorrow I'm going to another movie. Would you like to go see with me?
The problem is, Brian, is a press screening, and because you're such a big celebrity, they'll be like, what are you doing here?
I say I'm press. I'm from TBS.
Okay, I promise I'll take you one day. I promise you.
You better buy me popcorn. Yes, and
Well,
some
no, I'm
diet
taking
soda.
you. You should buy me popcorn.
That's true, but you're not putting any money in to watch the movie either.
I'm inviting you.
Fine. We have a deal, y'all. He's going to take me to the next movie and I have to buy the popcorn and the drinks. So, with that said, Southbound is out this week, so please go watch that movie. Like Jason said, it's a great movie. Any other movies?
Well, I just say that Southbound's directed by Lee. She's a great director.
A female director.
Yeah, female director as well. And there isn't many of those in Korean cinema.
Yeah.
So there needs to be more of them. And she's a great advocate for the female directors out there. And she's made films like Rolling Home with a Bull and Forever the Moment, which was a big hit back in the handball movie back in 2007. This movie stars Kim Yeon-suk, who is, in terms of box office revenue that his films generate, is astronomical. Like, his films have generated in excess of 30 million admissions.
Whoa.
Films like The Thieves, Wandergi, Tatsa, Yellow Sea, the list just goes on and on. The Chaser, of course. The list goes on and on. And Kim Yeon-suk actually played a role in writing this movie as well. And I think you can see when I was watching this movie, you could see that his input was definitely there to see. And this movie is actually based on a Japanese novel. And it's a human drama about a father and an adolescent son who begins to communicate with him when he discovers his father's past. His father's a bit of a rebellious figure. He doesn't like following the rules. And so, yeah, it's a really interesting human drama. And, of course, there's also the gangster... or Man on the Edges is the other title.
Baksu Gondal. Yes.
Starring Park Shin-young. That's done very well as well. So there's a number of Korean films out there to check out this weekend. And yeah, a whole mix there really. Action, thriller, human drama, and a couple of comedies as well. And I quite like Man on the Edge. That was a very funny film. So definitely recommend that. But yeah, Miracle in Cell number 7 is just outperforming really staggeringly, really. I never expected it to do so well. 4 million admissions thus far. So it's going to make probably a lot more over the Lunar weekend.
Especially this weekend.
So they're going to make a lot of money out of that movie, that's for sure.
You know, it'd be a great idea for me, like, if I don't have any plans, I should just stay at the movies. Get like a little sleeping bag. Watch movie after movie, eat, then watch movie after movie, and I'd be caught up to all the movies you saw.
Yeah.
There you go.
And if
somebody doesn't invite me, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I will, and Brian's going to buy the popcorn.
Alrighty, so all these new movies are coming out this weekend for all you guys in Korea. It's a great time because, especially for those who aren't going down south to their families and relatives' homes, like me, or are you going down south this weekend?
No, I'm not, because my wife's family are based in Seoul. So
okay, so that's convenient for you guys.
It's very convenient.
Yeah, not for Eugene, because Eugene has to go down south, right? How far south? How many hours? He doesn't know. Holy moly!
6 hours.
About 7 to 8 hours?
You driving?
11 hours? Are you lying? Well, actually, with traffic. Yes, with traffic. Korea traffic can get really hectic
driving?
during
he's
the
driving.
holidays. He's driving. Oh, my gosh. 11 hours up in the car. Well, what Eugene can do is just listen to all our backed up programs on, on a saved file.
Do you know what it is? Like, the highways aren't too bad. It's getting out of Seoul that takes us. I went down to Daegu one time for a wedding, and it took us like 5 hours to get there, 6 hours to get there. It took us 3 hours to get out of Seoul. And then 2 hours to get into Daegu. And then there's like this 1 hour between Seoul and Daegu.
Well, actually, it's because of people like Eugene. It's because of people like Eugene. I'm always happy every year because that's like the only time I can feel like, I got peace and quiet in my neck of the woods here in Seoul because everyone's down south. So, with that said, I'm going to go see all these movies when I can. I can actually get to the movie
let me know what you
theaters.
think of them. I'll be really interested to hear what you've got to say.
I will let you know. But right now, we got to send you off because, it is that time again. We're done with you. But we're going to see you next week.
You're throwing me out. He's chucking me out. He's chucking me
The
out.
only reason why we're doing that is because we want you to go out and watch more Korean movies and tell us more about them.
Yeah.
So it's a good reason for throwing you out. And we'll see you next week anyway, right?
Yep, definitely.
Alrighty. With that said, we have another song for you guys. This is actually from the 추적자 original soundtrack. And this is my homegirl, Ivy, singing 좋은 사람. And we'll see Jason next week. See you, Jason B.
See ya!
Once again, that was Ivy with 좋은 사람 from the 추적자 original soundtrack. But unfortunately, it is time to wrap up this show. But stick around because we have 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun next. If you're tuning in from GFN, stay tuned for Hello Korea. Yes, that's coming up next too for you guys, GFN people. And the final song of the hour is a great song, actually. One of those songs that make you feel like a kid again. It's a great Disney, I guess... Is it one of the Disney tune songs? That's what I feel like it is. It's very Disney-like. And this is actually from the Pinocchio original soundtrack, requested by Banran, and it's When You Wish Upon a Star. I love this song. So you guys, I'm going to send you guys off with this amazing song, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Brian Ju signing off. Peace!